Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a week, so I figure we should do another tour of the garden. And Mom's behind me because she doesn't want to be on film, but then again, neither do I, so who am I talking about? So I forgot to do these last week. These are my driveway pots, and I wanted something that was different colors of foliage and that was tall and that was drapey. And Mom found all these things. So there's creeping Jenny and sweet potato vine and millet, golden crown millet or something. Just millet. And these sweet potatoes have been eaten by the bun-buns twice. And they snap back the next day. So I can't imagine if they weren't being eaten by the bun-buns, they'd probably be eating our cars right now. So I really love these pots. They're just lovely. They make me very happy every time I come home. And then, speaking of damage done by animals, my under the tree garden has been fluffed and puffed by the moles. I'm trying to maintain a positive attitude, and I do that by telling myself that everybody's aerated now. And I do have like 40 million times more soil than I used to. I also have all this fucking crap in my yard. Sorry, freaking crud in my yard. But at least now the plants have more dirt. Oh look, fresh. Yeah. So anyway, my little baby daffodils had an amazing spring, and I guess I should just be happy. Speaking of amazing, these zinnias are so cool. They're like sunflower zinnias. There's yellows and all kinds of different colors. And then this bee balm is still making the bees happy. And last week, the black-eyed Susans, I was like, oh, maybe in a couple days they'll be ready. Well, it's been a week, and they're still barely ready, but that just means that when they come, they'll last forever. And the coneflowers are still doing great, and Rosita over there is doing great, and the lamb's ears are tripping us up, which I like. And then Mom put some little marigolds here, and do they have buds? Not yet, but they will. And the larkspurs are kind of done, which means that we get to harvest their seeds. And the butterfly bush is almost bushing. Let's get there. And what else? Firebush. Are you sniffing? Mm-hmm. And the shade garden. Everybody has new growth. Especially this middle coleus is just huge. And the tiny little baby plants are getting so big. Yeah. Look at all the ways this coleus wants to get bigger and better. And the hostas are still happy. And speaking of happy, these spider plants are so happy. This one's got 2 mamas. So yay. Hooray. And then the lemon balm. Is this going to make flowers, or are these the flowers?
Those are the flowers.
So it's got teeny tiny little flowers that are very cute. Yeah. And the morning glory. Oh! There's a morning glory. It really is doing what it's supposed to do. There's 2. Out of all these morning glories, there's that. So these are so what's in this pot?
Nothing.
Oh, there's something growing in it.
Well,
I watered it.
excellent.
Okay. Well, this black-eyed Susan vine is magnificent. And she's got these pretty peachy little flowers. And the shed is extremely organized, as always. These things, you can say they're super peppery, but you don't really know how super peppery they are until you try to do your mother a favor and actually eat them for once. And you get pepper burns because they're so peppery. But that's my fault for trying to eat things that my mother tells me to eat. Speaking of, his mom found a nice spot for Grandma, and I found the candles that Grandma gave me, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago for 4th of July. Oh, well, really, I've been thinking they're for 4th of July. I think they're really just for summer. But it took me 20 years to remember to burn them on the 4th of July. So yesterday, we lit them. And they're still got a lot of light in them. So we're just going to keep on burning them until they're done. Manny the Mandevilla got up to the top. All the herbs are very happy. And then this conglomeration of cucumbers. They're going to have so many cucumbers. Oh, I can't wait for pickles. And we ate our first jalapeno in some Spanish rice, and it was so good. And now these jalapenos are making so many more babies. I told Mom she's got to get ready to make more Spanish rice. And then these middle ones are only half hot. What are they called?
What's that, honey?
What are the middle ones called? The half hot ones?
I can't remember. Sweet heat.
Sweet heat. This pepper has been sitting here since we planted this plant, but it's finally turning a different color, so maybe it's getting ripe. And then these big California ones are making tons of little babies. We did have to take one out for posterity because it wouldn't look too good, but that's okay. And then I think this is Swiss chard. I mean, that's what the sign says. Oh, and then cilantro. Now look at all these beefsteaks. They're so happy. We just fed them this morning. We've been feeding them every week. And they're really super happy. This basil did get trimmed last week for pesto. It's ready for pesto again. Thank you, basil. Oh, see, look. Tomatoes. The marigolds have recovered from their weird blossom rot that they tried to do. And all of these tomatoes are just so happy. And it makes us happy. Well, it will when they make tomatoes. And then Juliet. Juliet is absolutely going to win this whole march to the middle of the trellis thing. I don't care what Mandevilla says. And she's got her first set of little blossomy tomatoes. So now we have to check out the tree hugger. I retied him in a couple places yesterday. His alyssum is starting to blossom. He's got so many buds. And he is absolutely taking the hint on the little bits of twine that I gave him. And he's absolutely hugging the hell out of this tree. Look at this. Yep. So he's doing great. Okay, up the hill. Oh, it's hot. You coming? So the zinnia bushes are bushing beautifully. I think these are much happier than the ones in the front because they get more sun. So all the colors are just magnificent. And I love these pink ones. And there are still technically 3 sunflowers. I don't think this one's gonna make it. But it did a great job on its stalk. And then, wow, my favorite lilies are so happy. They're so cool. They're so orange. I love them so much. And Rosie is doing her Rosie thing. So yay. Now we're not going to look at this corner here because this corner was going to be my shade swamp garden. And as you can see, I didn't do anything with it. So we'll just pretend this part doesn't. This part is squishy. Oh, squish, squish, squish. But I did weed my giant pots. And Mom was a genius when she bought us this table. Because after sweating and feeding all morning, well, for like 20 minutes, but it was really hot, we were able to sit in the sun and plant little seedlings. And these are going to be more basil because what else do we need? but more basil. Because more basil means more pesto. And she found a great deal on pine nuts. So we're making pesto for days. And I forgot to mention last week, this is the auxiliary dill.
Oh, you gotta look at your caterpillar.
Oh, okay. This is the dill for us. And last year, Mom kept on picking these ugly little caterpillars off of the dill.
Big.
Ugly big caterpillars off of this dill. But it turns out they make beautiful butterflies. So we planted this auxiliary dill so that every time we see a caterpillar on a dill, we put it on this dill. Where is it?
I don't know. I saw him this morning.
You saw him this morning? Is he still yellow and green?
Yeah, he's pretty, with red.
With red. Well, wherever he went, he's happy because he has his own forest. And the sugar snacks are done. But this Juliet is going to take off in a hot minute. I just know she is. And then we've got our hardy mom. Then, look at these freaking lilies. The peachy fluffy ones. The bright yellow beautiful ones. And the red ones. There's only one. Oh, I guess it's not red. It's more like a, what color is this? Sort of a mauve, maybe? I don't know. But the three of them together are just so happy. Bypassing the trash bag. Oh, archipelago. Oh, yeah, there's birdies. Let's see. Yep. The birdies are all very happy. And we have so many sunflowers. I don't know why whoever ate the sunflowers up on the hill couldn't have just eaten some of these sunflowers and left the sunflowers up on the hill alone. But no, that's fine. Whatever. We're not bitter. Some of these sunflowers have a little bit of bird poop on them. Well, okay, all. But they also all have huge blossoms. So they're going to be amazing. Oh, yeah, we still got grape jelly. We're still dripping. I got some extra rocks from Michael's, and everybody's still drinking away. So that's the garden. I hope you have an awesome day. Stay cool. And don't worry about weeding too much.